Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Indiana Pacers and why I wouldn't personally be surprised if they return to the playoffs in the 2021-22 season. Without further ado, let's get started. In this season just gone by, the Indiana Pacers moved on from Victor Oladipo, receiving Caris LeVert as the main piece in return for that deal. Malcolm Brogdon led the way in a career year, averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Now, I believe that he's 28. He's someone that's a lot older than what you'd expect, given that I think he spent all 4 years in college and he was part of that 2016 NBA draft. Now, Caris LeVert, in his limited time and 35 games, I believe, he was averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and that was just in 33 minutes a night. I expect him to take leaps when he gets some more continuity. He can get some, more health and rhythm into his game. Now, other guys like TJ Warren were very good, and Domantas Sabonis had another All-Star year, averaging 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists in exactly 36 minutes per night. This team is very deep, has guys like Holiday, Miles Turner. They did lose Doug McDermott, however, they still have guys like Jeremy Lamb as well, and O'Shea Brissett. Now, just going over a quick rundown of their offseason, they brought back Rick Carlisle, who brings championship pedigree back to the team after winning a title in 2011 with the Dallas Mavericks, and they'll be welcoming back TJ Warren, who played only 4 games last year. But just a quick break before I continue. I make NBA content 2 to 3 times a week. However, during the off-season, I'll be making videos daily. So if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like and comment, and let's continue. So obviously, as I just said, TJ Warren had foot surgery and played all but 4 games last season. Now, Doug McDermott will be leaving, going to San Antonio. However, they did replace him with another wing by the name of Torrey Craig, who got a $10 million deal for 2 years. And they also retained TJ McConnell as the backup guard, 4 years on $29 million guaranteed. So that's pretty good value for a backup point guard. And I think he had that game where he had like 9 or 10 steals, and it was, if he was just a little bit taller, he would have gotten rebounds, could have had a quadruple double. But yeah. Now, based off of the moves the Pacers made this offseason, of the belief that they're still, looking to be competitive and be a good team right now, firing Nate Bjorkgren, if that's how you pronounce it, after just 1 season, following the sacking of the, mutual parting ways of them and Nate McMillan, hiring Rick Carlisle and paying him a 4-year, $29 million deal to lock him in with the squad, it shows the indication, it gives us an indication they do want to win, they want to be competitive, and the moves they made this offseason don't indicate otherwise. And when they went to the draft with a 13th overall pick, which is the first time they've owned a lottery pick in 5 or so years, I believe, they picked Chris Duarte, who's 24 and he's a guard, and he'll be ready to contribute right now. His stock rose as we entered the draft, and a lot of people were pretty interested with him. Now, during college, he averaged 17 points, then 2.7 assists, 4.6 rebounds, and then also shot 53 from the field, 42% from 3, and then 81% from the free throw line, and also showing a bit of a knack on the defensive side of the floor, averaging just under 2 steals per game and nearly a block a night as a guard. Another reason, that indicates the Pacers, intentions to really compete this year and try and give it a really big shake to get back into the playoffs is the fact that they haven't traded one of Miles Turner or Domantas Sabonis, and one of them will be on the bench, which will add depth. Now, obviously, it'll be Miles Turner off the bench. You can't just put an all-star on the bench who gets paid like Sabonis does. But, I think those two guys, keeping those two guys as well when they could have easily traded them after a tumultuous season, shows their intent. And TJ Warren will be coming back. He's someone that was very good during his during that bubble run. He was someone who looked very good. Obviously, a lot of people during that bubble, we have heard a bit about the backlash. As in some guys that aren't so good had great games, and make what you will of the Walt Disney Laker championship, but it does count for something. Now, welcoming back Rick Carlisle should, in essence, increase their defensive abilities, and obviously it'll make them a more well-rounded unit as a team. And if it doesn't work out for the Indiana Pacers this season, they have tradable contracts in Jeremy Lamb, And then also Drew Holiday, who's a tradable piece. You know, they were shopping around Malcolm Brogdon, who's on a pretty friendly deal for any team that wants him. And also TJ Warren, if I haven't mentioned him, is on a pretty tradable deal too. So, you know, I think that they're in a good spot either way they want to go. I'm of the belief they will return to the playoffs after narrowly missing out last season against the Washington Wizards in the play-in. Now, the lineup I believe they will go out with is this. Malcolm Brogdon at point guard. Then you can put Caris LeVert at shooting guard. TJ Warren at the small forward. And then you can put O'Shea Brissett at power forward. Domantas Sabonis at center. And then you can have Justin Holiday off of the bench along with Edmund Sumner, Jeremy Lamb, Torrey Craig, and Miles Turner. And you have guys like TJ McConnell, Gogo Bitadze, and Kellen Martin notably off of the bench getting limited minutes. So that does bring me to the end of the video, guys. Please don't forget to comment. You know, what do you guys think? You know, do you think the Pacers will be returning to the playoffs after a gap, you know, a break from it last season? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.